Okay, my fellow sim racers, the new Rennsport build has finally gone live, and I couldn't be more excited because this time I've got some tin tops to play with. So come and join me out on track and let's find out just how good they really are. So here it is, the new Rennsport closed beta build, version 1.6, and what a build this is. They've revised, tweaked, balanced, updated, renewed so many core components of the sim racing title, and if that wasn't enough, they treated us to new tracks, new cars. Of course, the ones that have got me most excited are the two new TCR cars. We've got the Hyundai TCR and this Audi TCR car. Out of the two tin tops available, this Audi is by far my favourite. I really enjoy the handling characteristics of this one compared with the Hyundai. The keen-eyed of you will also notice that this isn't one of the original beta release tracks. Version 6 has also given us two new circuits. We've got they're both American. We've got the Daytona Speedway with the road course setup, which is brilliant for the GT3 cars, and we've got this one, Road Atlanta, which I think is absolutely perfect for these little tin tops. So let's just, before we dive into the car and the track, let's just talk about what was updated for version 1.6. Now remember, this is still a closed beta. This is not representative of what the final release of this sim will be like. But I'm telling you now, they have taken a massive step forward from the last build. We'll start force feedback. Still, the Asetek wheels still haven't got native support from either the game or the Race Hub software, but I can tell you now that the force feedback is a lot cleaner. Before, I had to run a high level of filtering to get rid of the grainy feeling. I've now been able to reduce the filtering right down, allowing a much cleaner and a much more detailed force feedback signal to be sent to my wheel. And things like curbs now, the car feels more alive. I can feel the notches in the sawtooth curbs. You know, when I clip a particularly high banked or sided curb, I can feel the jolt through the wheel. So it's so much easier now to push the car to the limit. And I thought that the graphics were a little on the flat side in the previous build, but this new Road Atlanta track it seems to pop a bit more. The level of spit and polish has just been taking up a notch. They're definitely getting better at you know, the graphic size. I'm not getting any more FPS out of it, but it's definitely less stuttery. I'm not getting the little micro stutter now and then, which I did. So there's obviously early signs of graphics optimizations coming through, and it all helps. It just looks a little bit sharper. It runs a little bit smoother. I've got more detailed and cleaner responsive force feedback. And it makes such a difference compared with the last build. I could see the potential when I first tested it. I'll leave a link in the description to my first impressions of Rennsport. But now I can feel the potential. It's a really big step forward. But as a tin top lover, really wanted to find out what they'd done with these front-wheel drive TCR cars, and I have to say, I'm pretty impressed. You've got that understeery nature that you get from a front-wheel drive car, especially the power understeer if you're too greedy on the throttle as you come off the apex. And because the engine drivetrain and essentially all the weight is over the front, they have a very light, skittish back end that if you pitch the car in too hard and too fast into the apex, it will want to over-rotate. And they've got that feeling of over-rotation. And not only that, but you can feel it in the force feedback. You know you've gone in too hard, too fast. You can feel the back end stepping out. You can feel the car wanting to over-rotate. They have managed to encapsulate all the classic tin top handling traits. And I've got to say, for a first effort, I'm really impressed. I wasn't sure, you know, I was left a bit meh on that when I first tested the GT3 cars. It just, something felt a little bit off, but they have nailed these TCR cars. And remember, once more people get the new build, once more people are able to give their feedback, we'll be able to tweak these cars and fine-tune them and get them absolutely spot on. But I can imagine a full grid of these jostling for position, you know, door rubbing their way down the main straight. After driving these TCR cars, after experiencing the step forward that this new Rennsport closed beta build has shown me, I've become a lot more excited about Rennsport, a lot more optimistic about its future in the sim racing scene. You know, I think my enthusiasm, my smile is all you need to know. You know, if you get the opportunity to get to try this sim racing title out, grab it. They are handing out beta keys like sweets, and they hope to be on top of all those that wanted to have a key by the end of the year. I think that's what they're aiming for. So just, if you signed up during the year and feeling a little bit left out, don't worry, they're trying to get to you. I didn't think you were missing out much really after testing out the first build, but yeah, they've certainly sprinkled a little bit of sim racing magic on this latest build, and it's well worth the time and the effort. Alright, you've still not got any AI, but I have found that there are some online races and events going on using the TCR and the GT3 cars at the new tracks, so I'm hoping to get stuck in and try out the multiplayer, and I'll make another video about my impressions of the multiplayer and how that worked, so make sure that you're subscribed for that. But in the meantime, let me know, have you got the new build? Have you tried the TCR cars? Have you been lucky enough to get one of the beta keys in the new drop? Let me know in the comments. Do you think there's room for another sim racing title out there? You know, I want to know. Let me know what you think of Rennsport, the way that they've dealt with it and they've handled all this closed beta program. I'd love to know. But in the meantime, thank you very much for watching. Please, if you've enjoyed my thoughts and comments about Rennsport, consider giving this video a like. And as I say, what about a little cheeky sub? I'm going to have more content coming, especially when I check out the multiplayer side. Anyway, Tom, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Happy sim racing. Bye bye.